We're live. Hello, beautiful Joe. Hello. While I'm waiting, sometimes I get sidetracked looking at my makeup and just playing in it because I don't come in here as much as I should. So, how are you doing? Okay. Welcome to the channel, Real Lady Electrician. I forgot to take my medicine again. I was like, why am I tired? Why does it take me so long to figure that out? Because I could have taken it before we started. Anyway, welcome to the channel, Real Lady Electrician. My name is Crystal, and I'm an electrician, retired, and also welcome to the channel. Today's Wellness Wednesday. We're talking about holiday blues. So here's my question. So we cover a lot of mental health topics, right? You guys know this. So should we cover something positive, something that makes us happy? That's what I meant to do today. And then I saw somebody on TV on one of the news programs talking about um holiday season, just the holiday season depression, not seasonal, like the whole, just the holiday season depression. And I was like, oh, that probably would be pertinent. But I was supposed to find some fun stuff, some cool stuff, because this is the last live. I'm so glad, Joe. I'm so glad. Um, I just don't want to be, like a Debbie Downer or Crystal Downer in this type, at this time of year. And another thing, when I don't take my medicine, I am much more, not only brain freeze, but I am much more able to spout things that I normally wouldn't. So I will say lots of stuff. Well, you guys have seen. So, yeah, so I thought, but before that, I was like, maybe we should do something that's going to make people feel good, like a holiday trivia, or I have these little holiday conversation starters. And I'm thinking for the private live, we'll do that because we have the private live. We could cover the happy things that help us out of the funk. That's true. That's true. We could do that as well. Maybe that's what we'll do today. What are we doing to get out of our funk? And I think I texted you. I did get my Christmas tree up. Now, I don't have any ornaments on because you guys know that I have the kitten, right? And oh, this is the cat. The cats don't mess with the tree, the big cats. But the kitten, the first day he pulled the the branches down. So there was a big hole in the tree. The second day, he knocked that baby over twice. Today it was up, and I said to my husband, was it standing up when you left for work? And he said yes. And so they didn't knock it down last night. I left the lights on. The night they knocked it down, the lights were out. And so I'm wondering if they didn't accidentally knock it over running through the house like they do. So he's my baby. He was mad at me this morning. I don't know why. I don't know why he was mad, but I think um that's okay. He's up here now, right? Look how cute he is. He lets me hold him like a baby. He's my baby. Say hi. Ooh, you stinky. Did you just come up here to stink on me? Poot on me? Hmm? Shoo. But then the cats would actually climb it and sit on it. Ah. Because they think it's their, you're putting it up because it's theirs. Because when we put up anything special, it's usually for the cats or the dogs, right? When we put up anything special. So they think it's theirs. But these guys have been with us for Kitty's only, this is his first Christmas. This is their like third Christmas with us, so they know better. Everything is theirs. That's right. So since we were able to, it was up all night with the lights on. I told myself, or I told my husband, in the daytime we'll keep the lights off, because he's like, why are you sitting in the dark with the tree off? And I said, that's so I'll turn the lights on when it gets dark outside and leave them on all night, because I'm still on a budget. So we can't just run lights all day like rich people. Right, buddy. Anyway, that's in my mind. That's probably not true, but so Yeah, so today I'm gonna put some plastic ornaments on there and see what happens. As long as the tree stands up, I'm not worried about them getting under it or touching it. I just don't want the tree to fall over. And I don't want, like, the kitten would get up on the branches and lean on them and push them down. And that was a little bit annoying as well. I'm trying to show everybody how cute you are. They don't lick me or anything, but they will do the little nose sometimes. And what are you doing up here? Hmm? He just likes to rub. Rub, rub, rub. But yeah, so it's been the kitten, we know. And it could be the kitten chasing the cats through the house too, because they will run from him. So, are you so sleepy? I can't hold you the whole time. You're distracting me. So that's what we were going to talk about today. I am doing well. It's getting colder here, so I'm having some knee pain, some, as the weather gets colder, the arthritis. So I'm just using more medication than I normally would use. Like, I don't always take a pill for it. I don't always put cream on it, but I'm using the Voltaren, the generic of the Voltaren cream, and that's helping a lot. And these guys, of course, these guys help too. So, how are you doing, Joe? How's your uh, pain level? And then your mental health as well. My mental health is pretty good. Like I said, I got the tree up. So sitting with the tree on, and then I try to find Christmas movies I like. I finished all the Santa Clauses, and I even watched on Disney the Santa Claus TV. They had like a 6 episode show. Here, you went now. Go on. Go on. And so the problem is I finished it. So um I'm not, I know a lot of people like the Hallmark movies. I'm not a fan of those. Um they're all right, but they're very repetitious. I used to read the books. Gosh, am I still here? I froze up earlier. Let's see what happens on the I froze up. Oh, okay. It went away. Okay. I got my video playing on the phone. But I froze up earlier and I couldn't unfreeze. Okay, pain, but mental health is a tough place. I'm having a hard time since previous past. Yeah. She is always beside me. It is just weird without her. Oh, that is so hard, isn't it? Day to day. Precious. I know who you meant even after I said previous. No, that's her cat. Yeah. It is so hard. Yeah. It actually made me go get another puppy, the wrong puppy. Well, we still took care of him and everything, but he wasn't a Chihuahua. It actually made me get him because it was at Christmas. It was around Christmas time, like end of November. And my guy had just passed in September, and he was a Chihuahua. He was my partner in crime as well, and yeah, dealing with another dog helped, but not everybody wants another pet. So yeah, I got um but yeah, having your dad earlier and then her now. Do you have any pets that have stepped up to kind of snuggle you and buddy snuggling you extra or anything like that? But yeah, the most pets we can have at one time is 3. We had 4 at one time, and it was just too many. So, uh, yeah, that's when we had 3 dogs and 1 cat. It was just too much. And then, the 2 dogs passed away. They were close in age, but the older one passed first. The one that was born first passed first. And then my guy, he was 15. I think she was like 13. So he, a couple of minutes or a couple years later, Yeah. Bunny and Kit Kat are being super sweet. Boo Boo is still looking for her. Oh, I know that is tough. It's so tough to see too. As opposed to when you get a new kitten and they're hiding from the cat instead of looking for the cat. I didn't do my hair, but this is I did get it cut, or I did cut it, and it's I haven't made it. You have to. I have wavy hair, so it can be straight or curly, whatever I choose, and it holds a curl pretty well. Buddy just stopped looking for her Monday. Okay. Okay. That probably helps you as well because when you see them doing that, not only is your heart already kind of raw, and then you see that they're missing that puppy or kitty too, it just, oh, twist. I know exactly what you're talking about. It just, ooh, it hurts even just a little bit more. But when they stop, that's, I understand, Joe. Yeah. As we had three cats at once. When we got these two kittens, we had the older cat. She's the one that lived to her 20s, 21, I think, or 22. Anyway, when she passed away, she was with us for a long time, and she was my Garfield cat. She didn't like people. She would hiss at people. She didn't like the kittens, but she loved me. So, um, when she passed away, it was very difficult. And the kittens, they were just kittens when she died. So they weren't one yet. And they were looking for her too. And that just really touched my heart. And then I want to say another thing about this time of year. It's not just that it's the holidays, it's that we all expect people to be in a good mood at this time of year because it's Thanksgiving, then Christmas, we had Halloween. Everyone expects you to be in a better mood. And when you're not, they're like, well, what's wrong with you? Well, it's just I'm not merry. I'm just not. And I try to be, but some days you're like, not a good day for me, so we shouldn't hang out today. I am going after this to an early dinner with my friend. I'm gonna take her Christmas presents, her and her daughter, and that'll be nice today. Like I said, I'll probably use some Voltaren tonight, and then tomorrow I am taking my cousin about an hour away to a doctor's appointment. I had a tough day the other day while I was shopping. A stranger told me to smile. Honestly, it made me so mad. I hate that. I hate that. Mind your business. I'll smile if I want to. You know, when I worked at the steel mill, the old guys would always do that, and I would go, or I would make a funny face, and just I'm like, just because you told me to smile doesn't mean I'm gonna. Mm. um, and they think they're older, so they think that they're actually making us smile, or they think that they're making us feel better. But maybe he should have said, how are you doing today, or instead of smile, something else. Have a good Christmas. There's so many other things to say than smile. And that's not just you, Joe. That's a big thing for women. uh, That's a big thing for women. And older women do the same thing. It's like that. Um, I'm the Generation X. So it's like my grandma would say something like that. Does that make sense? I don't know what generation she would have been. She was before a boomer, whatever was before that. Um, but yeah, if you can't just say Merry Christmas, don't say anything. her have a good day. Don't say anything. Mine is have a good day. That's where I usually go with strangers. But I understand, especially when you don't feel well. You know, it just I don't I don't know what else to say about that. But I have been touched by that someone just telling you to smile, and just been like, I'm coming into this horrible place. You smile. You're going home. And it's kind of a big thing. They tell people not to do that. I don't guess old people listen. Right. I'm talking about the ones that would be like, my grandma would be like, my mom's in her 70s. My grandma would be like 90, 80s, 90s. Those guys that grew up with Leave It to Beaver and stuff like that. Oh, it looks like a couple other people are here, so that's good. I'm one of them. Okay, so next Wednesday, private live. And then we won't have any lives until after the new year, the week after, not the week of but the week after. And then, so for the private live, I'm going to get out those, they're called conversation thingies. They're little questions for Christmas, and we'll have a good time talking about that stuff. So we're going to do that next week. That's where we come together. And I'll send the link in the group text, and we come together live for us, but not live on YouTube or live on the internet at all. We don't start the go live thingy, and so it doesn't record us or anything like that. And it's just a lot of fun. So that's what my hope is, that we'll have a good day that day, and we'll that's what we'll do. I'll find those conversation starters. I think they're in with my games. If not, they're in with my Christmas stuff. So, let's see. Okay. So the articles I got, like I said, it was holiday season sadness or holiday season. So it's just like around the holidays, just like Thanksgiving, Christmas-ish. I don't even count Halloween, but I think Halloween's a holiday. And then New Year's. So from Thanksgiving to New Year's. So I would say all of November, all of December, beginning January. Because Halloween's right there at the end of October. So just these few months here. And I think the sadness, we're going to look, this is just my opinion, we're going to look, comes from events that happen around these time of years, because it's November, December, part of January, part of September. So it's 3 months out of the 12 months. So it's likely that you've had a person in your life pass away at this time. It's likely that you've had some trauma at this time. It's likely that when you were a kid, you had some trauma at holidays. Just being around family sometimes was trauma when I was little. So I think and that people expect us to be extra happy, even if we're not. To be extra happy. Why am I not happy? Well, I just am not. You are poking me. Now you need to get down. See, he was so good the first time. Now he's being a little brat. But anyway, yeah, they expect everyone to be happy right now. It's Christmas. Well, a lot of us can't always be happy around this time. Not to mention, we're talking about mental health, but we're also, don't forget about the pain in this season of warm, cold, snow, rain, all the pressure changes that are going on right now with our arthritis, with anyone who has migraines, with any other pain issues, like with the back, the surgeries and stuff. Just this time of year is not necessarily the funnest for all of us. Like, I had the least amount of pain in the summer. In the spring, it was bad. And then once it gets cold and stays cold, I'm all right. But like right now, with it going back and forth, Um, so when you're in pain and you're also in grief, then it's very, very hard to be happy. There's a lot going on at Christmas. There's pain, loss, hunger, people who can buy or yeah, who can or can't buy presents, right? Yeah, there's a lot. Um, and some people to go get presents if they don't want to use the internet is physically difficult, right? That's yeah. And then to feed our families, we want to be able to feed our families at this time of year. And especially if you have a bunch of family coming over, you know, we try to sometimes do a potluck, and I am actually going to make, which I never make anything. I'm the one who brings the pop, the plates, the vegetable tray that's already made. That's me. So I made this year during the summertime, I found a recipe for Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. So I'm going to make Chick-fil-A mac and cheese for my family. So that'll be interesting what they think of it. But I like it and my husband liked it. He said it was really good. So it's if you've ever had the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese, it's a little sharp and we just love that. And then I like also, my husband doesn't, but I like when they give you the part on top where it's a little bit brown, a little burnt maybe in your mac and cheese. So if you know, you know. Joe, let me know if you know anything about that mac and cheese, because I did find a recipe and it did taste pretty close. It was very good because I've tried before to make just with American cheese and it was not, I didn't like it at all. So there's that. Um, how's Miss Shelley doing, Joe? She hasn't been here in a couple weeks. It looks like she's doing okay. I see her on Facebook. So hopefully she'll come next week. I do miss her funny self. Let's see. Oh, okay. So that was just my opinion about the holidays. Like everyone thinks you can be happy, and that's another thing. Even through normal days and stuff. Oh my, what I do? Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Even through normal days and stuff, she had several things happening, but she's holding her head up. That's good. That's good. Hopefully she'll come and play games with us next week. Um, but yeah, I saw about the fridge. I'm glad she was able to get one. And so that was good. Um, oh, during the year, say you're checking out at the grocery store and the checkout girl's kind of grumpy or the checkout guy is kind of grumpy. And when I get up there, I try to talk to them because a lot of people, and this is probably just the times that we're living in, or on their phone or whatever, and they don't even say hello to the checkout person. I mean, as a checkout person, that might be a little offensive. And then after a while, they just stop saying hello to people that come up to the checkout. Now, when you get a really nice one that's like, how are you doing? That's always very pleasant to me. I enjoy that. So when I get a grumpy one, I still try to talk to them. And I have a more pleasant experience. I don't know if they do, but I do. So we we pay more attention now that the holidays are here, but it happens all year round. Do you know what I mean? I didn't mind if someone is having a rough day, but I hate when they are rude. Yeah. So before they can be rude, I'm like, "How are you doing?" Don't be rude to me, please. Or even a waitress, you know, those people go through a lot. And I try to be very kind to the waiters, wait staff, everybody that helps me in a restaurant. Um, I try to be kind, but if I get takeout, I don't tip. So I'm I'm old school that way, but then I'm still trying to be, but that's a year-round thing. Now, there are some people that just are extra when Christmas and holidays come. So, here's my question in my brain that is not medicated is so they're very, very merry at this time of year. So why is it different? Why do they think it's different now than like, I hope that they are merry all year. I hope that they're kind all year instead of just, oh, it's Christmas, I guess I'll be nice. Do you know what I'm saying? This is me in my mind. Yeah, so I wonder that sometimes too, but I do give everyone the benefit of a doubt. I don't like self-checkout. Um, and I am not going to tip if I'm picking up my food. And that jar, that's for the people that are there. Yeah, I don't mind a rough day either, but please don't be rude. And if they're rude at Christmas, they're rude all year. So there is that. Um that's what I think. I think that we like put all this pressure on ourselves for the holidays. And it's like this dude that wants you to smile. Like, if it wasn't Christmas time, would he have done that to you? I mean, what's the deal? Mind your business. What's the deal? And then if I'm standing at the makeup area and somebody's standing there with me, I will, if I'm there for a minute and they haven't, I will say something, but I don't just randomly talk to strangers. Unless like I'm in the line with them, or I mean, there's got to be some commonality. I don't just walk up to people and say, Merry Christmas. If I hit your card, I might say, sorry, have a good day, like that. But I just wonder if in our minds as humans, we're putting so much on ourselves now, when I guess since it's just a couple of us, Joe, I guess we don't remember that it's supposed to be about Jesus, and it's supposed to be about our religion, our Christian, if we are Christian, our Christian religion. And I don't think, I mean, it just gets lost in the presence. Um, so we opted out of my family's exchanging gifts with the adults. They do a Secret Santa. We opted out of that because this year we're going to my husband's as well. And they said that they were doing a Secret Santa, but we haven't gotten any information about that yet. So we may be opting out of that as well. Because it's only from today, it's only 2 weeks away. So that day will be busy. We don't usually do that. But his family, I may have already told you the story. His family doesn't get together until usually gets together Christmas Eve. And my husband has to work every Christmas Eve. And after he's done working, he doesn't want to go anywhere. Unless it's he'll go to our daughter's house if she's have something going on. But he doesn't want to go anywhere. But since it's been so long, I mean, it's been years since we've been over there for Christmas because he works every Christmas Eve. And so we opted out of doing Secret Santa at one because we thought we were going to have to do it at the other, but it looks like we might not. I know Jason's job just told us we need two $10 gifts for the 16th, right? Just now. Today's the 11th, I think. That's 5 days to get a gift. What is up with that? What if I don't have $20? Oh man, you are poking me so bad. I know you're mad at me. Go away. I don't know why you keep bugging me. Yeah, at the last minute. And they think $10 isn't much, and maybe to some people it isn't. But you still have to get to it. Can even have them delivered in that time, two $10 gifts? You have to go out and physically pick up these gifts, right? I'm ugging that as well. So I know she's going to wait till probably the 22nd to tell us who we're buying for. And so I'm not looking forward to going out in those, the crowds are going to get worse. They're going to get worse. And the closer to Christmas we come, and I am not looking forward to having to go out and buy those presents. Honest. Yeah. So like they couldn't send out something at Thanksgiving to tell you, we're doing a gift exchange, bring a gift for a boy or a girl at Christmas time. Why the last minute? That's what my family always does at Thanksgiving. We talk about the Christmas exchange. Since we didn't get together at Thanksgiving, they started talking about it a week ago, maybe. So they're on it, but I am not involved in it. And I was kind of like, all I got to do is pay for making the mac and cheese. And it has a lot of cheese in it, fancy cheese. So it's not going to be super cheap to make. So just so you know. Yeah. So, but yeah. Um, so the holiday sadness, a lot of it was holiday depression, but I was wanting to find the holiday season sadness because I know about the seasonal depression, but I think people just can get sad that don't maybe have uh like what is it called? Depressive disorder. I have I have the worst depressive disorder. I don't remember what it's called. Something DD. MDD, major depressive disorder, MDD, that's it. Um so and then of course I understand when family members pass at the holiday, when they come back, it reminds you of all that. That I get the grief, because I think we talked about this before. You don't get over things, like people say get over it. You get through things. You get through grief. You get through sadness. You get through mental anguish and pain, because if the trauma is severe, it's not going to just go away. You have to get through it. You have to deal with it and get through it. If you just put it back there and get over it, that's the worst thing you can actually do, right? The worst. So, all right. So the first thing I did was search holiday season sadness. I wanted to see how that was different than the holiday seasonal depression, because I think it's different. I think it's maybe not as severe and maybe more common. But I just wanted to see if there was a difference. So, you know how you go on Google and you search something. Can you guys see it? There it is. Okay. You search something, and then now they have the AI overview. So, we're going to look at the AI overview for holiday season sadness. It says, holiday season sadness, also known as the holiday blues, is a type of seasonal depression that can cause feelings of anxiety, isolation, and depression. So, seasonal depression was a broad general term we talked about. Like, I don't get mine until January. Some people get it in September. I did get it in September, but once I figured out why, I don't get it anymore in September. I know why I get in January, because it's cold and I don't want to go anywhere and I don't want to see anybody. I just want to be a hermit in January. So, so we have all different types of seasonal depression, and holiday season sadness is a type of seasonal depression. Now that clarifies that for me. Some common causes include stress. I know that a lot of people take on extra stress at this time of year. Some of the stressors might be hosting a big party. That is stressful. All the cooking, all the cleaning, and then to enjoy the big party, you got to set yourself up really well for that, or you're still in the kitchen the whole day. So that is very stressful, getting ready for the holiday party, getting the perfect gift for someone. I cannot tell you how hard this is for me. I am so afraid of getting people the wrong thing that sometimes I don't get them anything. And I feel bad, but then I'm like, I would have felt worse if I got them something they didn't want. So everyone I buy gifts for knows what they're getting. I'm like, what do you want exactly? Like, can you send me a link? Can we see exactly what it is? I don't want to maybe a guess. And people are like, well, that's, you have to think about it and be thoughtful and things like that. Well, what happens is I try to be thoughtful and think about things that they like. And then my brain goes, well, I mean, that's okay, but will they have a place to put it? Are you sure that's the right color? What about the size? Maybe they won't like it. Maybe they don't need it. I mean, the brain is just going round and round and round about presents. I'm horrible at giving gifts, horrible at it. And not that when I give a gift, it's horrible. I mean that for me, it's a horrible experience, especially if I don't know you well. So when we do Secret Santa, my family, my niece does an app and they all have a wish list. I think it's very thoughtful to find out what they really want. I usually ask my harder friends to give me 3 choices or ideas. That is such a good idea, Joe. That is really good. I um I don't understand why my brain can't think logically, like think that. My brain just goes, "Oh my god, I have to buy a gift." I don't know if maybe I got someone a gift when I was younger and they hated it. I can't recall that memory. I know that I've received gifts that I didn't want. And I usually try to be very, "Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that." You know? And also I've learned that like some gifts like socks that you get from people, they don't know you very well. They're still kind because you're going to use them. And when I was younger, I was like, socks, you know. Um but my brain doesn't do that, Joe. That's very smart. Give me 3 choices or ideas. But my friend, I ask her specifically, "What do you specifically want?" So I don't have to try to choose because my brain does what I was telling you, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going and going. And then I pick the gift out, and then it starts all over again. I I don't understand where this comes from. My therapist might be able to help me figure that out, but gift giving is not my favorite. But now little ones are easier to buy for. For babies and kids, I have no problem. But for adults or teenagers, teenagers, it's money. If I have to give a gift to a teenager, it's gotta be money. But for an adult, unless I really, really, because I sent a box once, I think it was to Ambazar. Remember, you know Ambazar. And, it took me like 3 months of watching her videos to figure out what she liked, put it in the box, and then I was still when I sent it, I was nervous, and when she got it, I was nervous. She loved it, but I was so stressed out just giving that gift for how many months, and I just really wanted to show her I appreciated her. And, hey, Jen, how you doing? I know isn't it lunchtime or something? Thanks for stopping in. How are the holidays going for you, Jen? We're talking about holiday sadness, but we're talking about everything holiday, even the good stuff. We decided earlier, me and Joe decided earlier that we could talk about good stuff too. It's 11 a.m. Oh, okay. It is, and it's about 2:30 here. 2:30. So how are you doing over there on the west side of the United States then? Hey, Shelly. Hey, so good to see you. I was asking Joe about you earlier. She said you were making it through, you were holding it together, you were doing good. No worries, Shelly. I just was worried about you, like how you're doing. That's all. It's okay if you're late. Just another day for us. Most if our family doesn't speak to us. Oh, most of our family doesn't speak to us. Okay. So are the holidays tough for you, Jen? We were talking about the holiday sadness. I guess that's another I was talking about grief. Definitely. That's something that causes it. And then that's definitely we didn't get to the family drama. It's cold and windy here. Oh my. Remind me again, Jen, where you're located. Oh, Shelly's here in Michigan. Joe's in Tennessee. But yeah, so I was just we're talking about holiday season sadness. So just the holiday season itself. Like let's say Halloween, end of October, all the way till like first, second week, January, New Year's. And then sometimes people celebrate Christmas after New Year's too. Not doing good, hurting really bad. No. Oh, you fell. You already have some stuff going on, Shelly. Oh, today's the worst. This weather, this rainy snow, and it's going to snow and get freezing. I am feeling it. So I imagine if you just fell, it's probably even worse. Holidays are very difficult for my husband, and it's my birthday month and our anniversary month. Oh my gosh, Jen, Eastern Oregon. So happy birthday month and happy anniversary. And that's easy to say, but hard to do. Have a happy birthday. Let me get a tissue. I figured out a lot of my coughing is due to the dryness now, too. It's not my allergies anymore. Everything's frozen here and dead. It's now it's because it's so dry. So I did put a humidifier in my bedroom, and I have been doing a lot better. There's no humidifier in this room. I need to remedy that. I do have another one. I just have to plug it in. So yeah, another thing at the holidays that I think would cause sadness would be, Shelly says this month sucks massive monkey balls. You got your fridge this month though, right? I know it quit working, but you got your fridge. Winter dryness makes me have nosebleeds. Oh man, I get the nosebleeds if I blow my nose too much, but what I get are I feel like sandpapers in my eyes, and I feel tired. Because if my eyes hurt, I have a hard time keeping them open, and it makes me feel sleepy for some reason. But I understand what you're saying in the nosebleeds. Yeah, mine's the worst because if I wear mascara and I'm not careful and it gets in my eyes the next day, my eyes will be all itchy and puffy and and I do have water. Yes, it's new to me, but love it, but it's loud AS. Oh. New to me is better than no fridge, Shelly. Yeah. Oh. I was glad when I saw that you were able to get some help with that. Okay, so Jen had mentioned family issues. So that's another thing, holiday sadness. I'm sure that includes you go to Thanksgiving, you don't get along with your family, and then here comes Christmas, and you still don't get along with them. And I'm like, ugh. Joe said, I'm so glad all my girls are here. Yay, Joe! I know. We're all coming together to feel better in this holiday season. The gang's all here. So next week is the private live if you guys are interested. I know Shelly came. Jen, you haven't. No, you've been before. Or no. No, I think before. No, I don't think you've been to the private one. We all come on StreamYard. And you can come anytime. You don't have to come right at, like you're later now. You can come later now. And we'll let you in. But in the chat, I dropped the link to the StreamYard, and we don't go live. It's just a bunch of us, like a panel, but we don't go live, so no one else is hearing what we're saying. So it's private. It's a very safe space if you're having any trouble. If you're having any trouble, and then we're going to try to lighten it a little bit with some holiday type stuff. I got my peppermint mocha. Maybe we'll bring our favorite treat. Still, we're trying to recover all the food I lost, but hey, at least I have a fridge. I know, but getting that food, our freezer went bad. That hurt so bad. Everything had to be thrown away. I had a roast out there. I had pie shells. I had chicken. Oh, yeah. Shelly, a stranger told me the other day I almost wanted to fight me. The private live is next Wednesday. It's the Wednesday before Christmas because Christmas is on a Wednesday this year. Um, and we won't be playing holiday music, Shelly. No, we're just going to talk like we normally do. I have no intention to play holiday music. But it's this game and it's a conversation starters. And so it has different things, different questions to ask, and then everybody can answer, or we'll just talk the whole time, LOL, Joel, right? Yeah, y'all, I'm over the Mariah Carey. I know. My favorite song is Last Christmas for some reason by George Michael. I think it Wham? I think it was Wham. I'm not sure if it was Wham or just George Michael, but Last Christmas, Mariah can go suck eggs. You guys are cracking me up. I have never felt less holiday in my life. No worries, Shelly. We were talking about earlier. Why does everyone expect that at the holidays you have to be happy if you're not during regular times? Why do I have to walk around smiling at Christmas time? Why in July don't you annoy me with all this holiday happiness? Why is it just now? And I just think we put way too much stock in holidays because they're not really meant for what we use them for now, other than family that you don't like coming together. But then they're still supposed to be grateful on Thanksgiving and thankful on Thanksgiving. They're not supposed to annoy you or argue or start fights or whatever. I hear you. I hear you, Shelly. But for some people, or for most people, I think at the holiday time, they expect everyone to be jolly, merry, all that. And there's a lot of stress around the holidays. Let's see. We were doing the holiday sadness, the AI overview. You know how Google has that thing where it just takes in all the articles, I guess, and it tells you what's coming from the articles. And so we talked about stress already, which, yes, I think even the jolly merry people have some stress. You know, I try to make it happy and have fun with winter holidays, but my husband makes it impossible, so I gave up. Right? And Jen, but it's okay that he's not. Do you know what I mean? Um, it's okay that he's doesn't want to be jolly at holidays. It's okay. Like just because it's Christmas, we expect him to feel better, to not have whatever depression or anxiety, whatever issues he has. But he still has them, and sometimes at holidays it brings up more memories. So why do we expect everyone to be jolly? Santa's jolly. I'm not Santa, you know. Last Saturday night, two men over 70 were at the gas station fist fighting over a lottery ticket. It was wild. I got the heck out of there. Absolutely. 70-year-old men could still go to jail and cause a lot of trouble. Yes, fight like cats and dogs on Thanksgiving and then huggy kissy on Christmas. No. No, because if you are fighting like that on Thanksgiving, then you're bringing that anxiety with you to Christmas, and then people expect you to be all like jolly, and you're like, well, you just called me whatever at Thanksgiving. What do you mean? What are you saying? So for us, all of us here, I just want to say that just because it's Christmas time, don't put that pressure on yourself. If you don't feel good, you don't feel good. And if someone says something stupid, like Joe was talking about, then tell them to bite you. That was a good one, Joe. That was a good one. Even though you didn't say it, at least think it. We can think it and just ignore them. So yeah, you can't expect everybody to be, you don't expect it every day. Why do you expect it at Christmas? I don't, but what I'm asking is why do people expect it at Christmas? And I know it's because of undue social pressure, and they may not have had a family member who passed away at Thanksgiving or at Christmas. My husband lost his mother at Thanksgiving. The family was here for Thanksgiving, and then we had the funeral. And then my grandmother passed away after Thanksgiving, but before Christmas. And his father passed away in January. So we have, this time of year is not his favorite either. No, he absolutely hates all holidays now. He has no joy around him. And I'm having a good holiday because he wants to be like it was when all of his family had parties all month, which was before us. Okay. I went to Van and Paula's for Thanksgiving, and for some crazy reason that I can't explain, I felt so uncomfortable. Could it have been all that stuff we talked about? Or maybe they were fighting and you sensed that energy that they weren't getting along. As we talked about that too, I think you're the same as I am. Just sometimes there are people that everybody loves that we just, for whatever reason, we just can't get on board with. And it's their energy. Losing my dad and Precious is going to make Christmas harder. Hopefully it'll get easier every year. I think Joe, it will. But I think it won't go, you'll still remember them at that time. And eventually, like you said, the pain won't be as bad because I can remember the first few years after my husband's mom passed away. It was horrible, horrible, horrible time. And he's better now, but he still thinks about her and he still is sad. So I don't disagree, Jen. I think so. So his not enjoying the holidays is really affecting you. Is that right? I don't want you on me. Here, you guys can see him and then making him get off me. He's been mean. See, he's got his claws out. No claws on me. No claws on me. Oh, we need to go forward. There you go. Go away. Go away. So I see what you're saying, Jen. His is so severe that you can't even feel the joy that you are feeling. So your feelings are kind of, he's not thinking about your feelings, right? And he should be. He should be. So I'm not sure how long you've been married, Jen. And if it's been a long time, he should know better. And yeah, and that's causing a problem. Yeah. So he is being unreasonably sad. Do you know why he's so upset and hates Christmas? Because I'm talking about, some of us don't necessarily enjoy these things that are on the list. Like we don't enjoy the stress, the fatigue, the unrealistic expectations, any of this stuff. But if our significant other isn't with us, and even just, I mean, they don't have to be overjoyous, they just need to let us have joy. If it makes you feel good to put up decorations, he should not get mad at you. I know, Shelly. Men suck. Oh yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. He has to meet you somewhere in the middle, right? Yeah, Joe said that's not right, Jenny. He has to meet you somewhere in the middle. Putting up a few decor up in the film room is not unreasonable. Um, Shelly said men suck and not in the good way. Shelly is our comic relief today. Shelly and Joe. So yeah, I agree with Joe. And you're not being overly like cheerful in his face and things. It doesn't sound like. So what's the issue? My husband, he doesn't participate in the decorations. I do the decorations, but he once I put them up, he says they look nice, and he's okay with me having the lights on and things. And he'll even sometimes, I got this year an inflatable puppy, and he's got a little wreath, and he was only 14.99 at Ollie's, and then I had a 15% discount. But I decided this year that I'm just gonna buy, like, for Halloween I just bought one, for Christmas I just bought one, and next year I'll just buy one for Halloween and one for Christmas. So his mom got life flighted to the other side of the state and never came home on Christmas morning. His uncle died on Christmas Eve, and his entire family shunned him. Well, that really does suck. But all the more reason to enjoy Christmas with his wife. All the more reason to enjoy Christmas with you. And if not enjoy it, to at least let you enjoy it. So, yeah, he does have some. And if that happened recently, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. I'm pretty sure the few Christmases after his mom passed, we would fight almost every year. So I'm trying to be in a good mood, but I'm failing big time. I don't override anything. Oh, like be overzealous. Yeah. It doesn't sound like it, Jen. Like Joe said, putting some decorations in your filming room should not be an issue. Yeah. Family doesn't make holidays. Well, but socially, don't they tell us it's supposed to? We're supposed to be with our family, enjoying, blah, blah. His mom passed 8 years ago and his uncle passed 20 years ago. Okay, Jen, I think we have another issue. And I'm guessing he's not a therapy guy either. So that's what it sounds like. I'm sorry that you have to go through that this holiday season. I'm really sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Right? So I'm saying the socially, whatever required joy and merriment we're supposed to have is not what we have. It's our 25th anniversary next week, and we might go to dinner. Well, I hope you get to go to dinner. You've been together for a long time. We won't do anything for Christmas or my birthday. Aw. Yeah, I'm really sorry that you have to go through that right now. It makes it harder for you to, if you do enjoy Christmas, it makes it harder. It really does. And when I was working and in depression, we would put the tree up just like right before Christmas and then take it down shortly after that. But we're doing better. We're doing a lot better. It's been a long time since his mom passed and my grandma. I was pretty close with my grandma, but I hope you get that anniversary dinner. So, I mean, you got to get something. He's got to give a little somewhere. Oh, I am so sorry, Jen. Yeah, especially with your living with someone like that. I am so sorry that you have to do that. Come to the private live next week and we'll chat and we'll try to do some happy things, and hopefully he won't bother you then, or if he does, we'll be there. And yeah, 20 years is a long time, and 8 years is fairly long. I mean, but yeah, I usually spend Christmas alone, and to be honest, I'm okay with it. Shelly says, I don't mind being by myself either. We probably won't do anything because we have to go to Boise the day before, and that will take everything. Um, is that for your anniversary? See, we're the opposite, Shelly. My family we all spent Thanksgiving separately, and we're gonna do Christmas together. So there were no arguments on Thanksgiving. Yeah. And I don't like when I see my family and friends, I usually ask them how they're doing and stuff like that. But on Christmas Day, I won't poke the bear because I just don't want to. I don't want to be responsible for anybody just going off. So yeah. But like I said, we haven't seen his family in a while, and he's been okay with that. Okay, let's get back to the article because that is pertaining a lot here. So we've got um, stress, fatigue, and the fatigue I think comes from the stress, unrealistic expectations, and over commercialization. I think that's very important. Okay, Boise is a medical appointment. I see. Um, but yeah, the over commercialization thing. Okay. So, well, Jen, I hope it works out and that you do have a good day. So, I know it's going to be difficult, but yeah, I'm really really sorry that you got to deal with that kind of stuff at this time of year or at any time of year. It's not any fun. Okay, so the other stuff that was on the list that we got to was unrealistic expectations, like just because it's Christmas, why do I have to be happy? Or over commercialization. I don't think that this pertains to you, Jen. I think that he's got something else going on. I know, right, Joe? And he still keeps he see this back here. He's not supposed to put his claws in me, and he's doing that. That's how I know he wants. He's irritated or something. He's irritated about something he was this morning, and I don't know what it is. So hopefully he'll get over it by tomorrow. No more nails. Okay. See what time it is. It's 2:30. Okay. I'll let him stay up. If he pokes me again, though, he's getting back down. He's just gonna have to keep getting back down. Bad kitty. And this is the same cat every time. I have 3 of them, but this is the same guy. He's usually not like this, but he's irritated with me this morning for some reason. And the tree wasn't down, so I don't know what I don't know what they do at nighttime, the kitties. I'm asleep. I take medication to sleep and then I put earplugs in. I see you. I love you. I love you. Now why are you bugging me? So yeah, Jen, I know you've been married a long time. It sounds like he really needs to talk to a therapist, and I am not a doctor. So, but I have to tell you, after 20 some years, finally got a family member to go to therapy, and that family member is loving it. Loving it. I think I told you guys about that. She even said like she's only seeing the therapist every 2 weeks, but she's enjoying it. Did you pee in his kitty litter? No, I did not. I cleaned his kitty litter, but this is something to do with the kitten or something. He refuses to go. That doesn't surprise me with what you've told me so far, Jen. And that just makes it so much harder for you. So much harder. My husband, after his mom passed, wouldn't go either. And I can't even remember what year it was when he finally was diagnosed with bipolar. He was in his 40s. I just put up with his crap and he hid it for a long time. Tried to anyway. Um, but once he finally got on medication and stuff, we're doing well. But it took a long time to get there. A long time. So maybe he's mad at the kitten and taking it out on you. That is very possible because he wasn't sleeping with me last night and I don't know why. Um, but that was his fault, not mine. Because the kitten was in the bed, I think, because he wasn't. I'm like, where was he? I think I left the door open accidentally. I think he was in the window in here all night. So that's not my fault. So maybe if I just keep giving him attention, he'll get over it. He likes the bridge of his nose, he likes rubbed right there. They all like that part right there between the eyes. Yeah. But who knows, Shelly? He can't tell me, and he won't. He's being stubborn about it. But he gave me a look this morning when I tried to pet him. Ooh, goodness. I was like, what's that for? I didn't do anything. Oh, I really have to do something with my hair. I can't stand it. I brought my ponytail with me because it's not curly yet. And I was telling Joe that my hair is wavy, so it can be either straight or curly. And to get it to be curly, I have to work with it. But the more I make it curly, the more it stays. It'll curl up better. It's like, what do they call it? Memory, some kind of hair memory, something or other. But right now it's just flat. So, and I know why people don't like to go gray. I want to be gray. But what's happening is I only have it up here. It's because if you're going to go gray, you want to go gray overnight. You just want it all to be gray in the next day. And, you didn't really have to do much with it. Animals, everything that's wrong is our fault. Yes. I'm glad. Okay. I'm glad that I'm glad that the live was good today. Um, but yeah. I'm glad I'm glad that Jen and Shelly came. We got to hang out a little bit. Jen, I'll post the link in the invitation in the group chat, and I think you're in the group chat, right, Joe? I think you added Jen to our group chat. Have a good week, Jen. So, but I'm pretty sure she's in our group chat, Joe. I think you put her in there, if I'm not mistaken. Right in between, it's given me, I'm like, and my hair is so dark that to get it to this color, it's hard to see on camera. It's better over here. But it's like silvery and I like it. I just want it all to kind of go. I'm not in the chat anymore. Okay. Oh, you're not? Okay, we can add you, Jen. We can add you if you're not in the chat. Okay. I'll do it today when I get done here, so I'll send you the invite. So, yeah, the in between is what I think most people don't like. Oh, thank you, Joe. Joe's gotcha. Yeah, and anytime you want to be added back, just let Joe. I mean, if you don't like the group chat, I know some people don't. I don't like the family group chat. So if you get out of it, just ask one of us to pop you back in. It's not a big deal. So yeah. But yeah, I wish it would all just kind of go the silvery color. And I don't know, like, I'm sure my brother-in-law would know how to do it. And it depends on the light. You can't really see it very good here. You can't really see it. I shouldn't have. I mean, you see my Black Cats Rule t-shirt. I guess that's a good view. I got that this year from my Black Cat box. I always just sign up for the Black Cat box. because they're $50 a box. So, yeah, I just get that one every year because it's fun. But anyways, yeah, is it time? We still have 20 minutes. We still have 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and go back to the list. Okay. Let's see. So we did unrealistic expectations, over commercializations. But I think the over commercialization is because of the little kids. And I love giving little kids presents. The little kids aren't the problem this time of year, it's the adults. So the over commercialization, um, maybe that's the part where they expect us to be happy all the time. But for kids, I don't mind it. If we stopped giving my husband's family kids presents when they turned 18. We were like, no presents for you. So, and we don't really see the little ones very often from his family. Now, they're not estranged, they're just not close. So, yeah. So I'm excited to see everybody this year, though. I'm glad they moved it to Christmas Day because he's been telling them for years. He talks to his sister all the time, and he said, "Well, you keep having it on Christmas Eve, and we can't come. I'm working." And so she finally this year decided to do Christmas Day, so we can't not go. Now that's a social pressure, but we miss them, and we would like to go on Christmas and see them. Okay, let's see what else there was. Financial stress, absolutely. Buying the presents. Do I have enough money saved up for what the kids want? I don't have any kids, but do I have enough saved up for that? Am I going to go into financial? Am I going to go into debt? Do I got to take out a loan for Christmas? Parents have those kind of things going on in their heads, I'm sure. And then I have family members this year that can't buy presents for their little ones. The funds aren't there. And so I'm going to do a little, get some presents for my family member to wrap for the kids and just give them from Santa. I don't want them to, even know they're from me. Just little dollar store stuff, but that's where they're at. She doesn't even have that, or my family member doesn't even have that. So, so financially, this is a big deal. The food is not cheap. It never was cheap, but this year it's even worse. The presents are not cheap, and that's why I don't like to buy presents for people that I don't know what they want, which is what we'll be doing for my husband's family. And but I'm okay with it. We can get a generic present, you know what I mean? Something generic. And then so financially, you still have to pay all your bills. Your heat's going to go up this time of year. If you have a lot of lights, your electric's going to go up this time of year. It's all financial stress is an everyday, all day thing, I think. And just at Christmas, it can be heightened, especially if you have a lot of things to do. All right, let me take it back to that page. We'll just finish this little chapter. This little inability to be with family and friends. That's another reason for holiday sadness. Shorter periods of sunlight in the winter. We know that's like a big deal for seasonal affective disorder as well. But inability to be with family and friends. I know some of us, we said it's okay to not be with family and friends. It's expensive, right? Shelly, did you have anywhere where you could sign up for food for Christmas? We had that. I missed it, but we have that in my city. And then they'll bring you a box at Christmas time. And it's just food. It's not, it was a little ham and potatoes and stuff like that. Nope. You got to check into that stuff. You got to fill your fridge back up. Like we have the MCOP, but that's for Monroe. I've been going to mobile food cupboards because of the freezer. and get more food so we can fill the freezer back up. I went this morning. That was my appointment this morning, was to get food at the MCOP. Um, so there's got to be something there. Got to be Salvation Army. They do emergency food. I'm trying to think of anywhere else you can go. We have several places where you can eat dinner, like churches and things like that, every day of the week. And then we have a senior center. That's where I go. They just have inexpensive meals. You just have to pay, but it's only like $2 or $3 a meal, stuff like that. So yeah, those kind of things. That's what I do to fill my freezer and fridge back up. I don't trust organizations anymore. Now, is this all because of the stuff you had to go through when you were younger? Because the mobile food pantries, if you have those, you don't even get out of your car. You just show them your license, that you live in the area that's required. Like say one of the churches, you don't have to go to that church. Like we just went to Tecumseh, which is about 30 minutes away, 20 minutes away. So we went to the church, and then we gave them our license. They asked how many families. Like, it doesn't matter how many's in your family. I was one family, and the other person with me was another family. And so we didn't have to give them, like some places you got to give your social security number, your if you have kids, all the names of your kids. I looked at it was Toys for Tots. They wanted all this information just to give you toys. Really? Huh. Wow. You live in just I didn't realize that because you live in Flint. I didn't realize that they didn't have that kind of stuff everywhere. So that sucks. You have to buy their toys from a magazine. Oh, they still they don't do that here. You can give a new toy, and then they give them out, but I'm talking about to receive toys. You have to that's weird. You have to buy them from their magazine. Because what if I can't afford what's in your magazine? What if I just want to grab a couple of baby dolls from the $5 store? Why can't I donate those? They do, but they didn't have the funds, they said. Oh. Oh. And some churches, if you're not a member, they just won't help you. Even if you ask. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. So I'm guessing friends finally helped you get a fridge then, if it wasn't an organization. I wonder, that is so weird, Joe. That is just so weird. Maybe it's because people don't live really close to a service center. I don't know. Because lots of stores take them here, just unwrapped new toys, and they don't say how much they have to cost or anything like that. Because if you have nothing, like you can't even go to the dollar store and get some toys, then you wouldn't mind having some dollar store toys. There are some people that are just putting food on the table, just paying the light or the rent, just, the working poor or the disabled, or, plenty of people. So, yeah, that seems weird. Unless they have low price points for the toys, and then it's not so bad. But I used to go when they actually had Black Friday, and you would go to stores and you get free stuff for waiting in line, and you remember, like, back in the day. And I would always pick up one Barbie, just a basic Barbie, one Barbie with an outfit on that usually costs about $5. And I would always donate that. Really? FIA wouldn't even help you? And Salvation Army wouldn't help you? Ours probably wouldn't buy a fridge, but they would give you food. I don't know, did they say that they just didn't have money either? And I will tell you too, Shelley, this is another thing that I have found just um, I worked at the Salvation Army, that if you go in, you're more likely to get what you need than if you just call them. They said they were low on funds. That's not, I mean, that's everywhere. A lot of places are low on funds. But they usually have the emergency food. Oh. And it just could, like, from Salvation to Salvation Army could be different. This is just the ones by me. That doesn't mean that yours will do that. You know what I'm saying? Just whoever's managing it, whatever's going on at the churches or Salvation Army or FIA. Now, I know I make too much money for any help from the FIA. Is there two of us and he works, and plus because I don't have 15 kids hanging off, it won't help. Now, I understand that too, because it's just me and my husband, and he works, so we don't qualify with my disability because he makes, you know, he works, he makes more money. So I that's just horrible, Shelley. I take my city for granted at the programs they have for us because um I have my freezer full, but it's working now and I have some stuff in my freezer. Um, it was always nice to have that little extra out there. So if we didn't know what to do for dinner, I could grab something. I could grab a roast or chicken or whatever, like a bag of frozen chicken breasts. Fit better in that freezer than in the house freezer. It's smaller. I have a small fridge, but yeah, it can be difficult out there. You can always move to Monroe County. uh, Did I tell you guys I have peppermint mocha coffee? I got the creamer, the Chobani creamer. This is festive for me. I enjoy coffee, so when Starbucks has the peppermint mocha come in, I usually get one, and I got a couple of the pumpkin spice, but I don't like pumpkin spice in September. I think it even came out in August this year. I'm like, no, I didn't get pumpkin spice until just before Halloween, I think. Oh, it's snowing up there, Zach. I hope you're doing good. And be safe driving in the snow. I'm not big on peppermint. I got Italian wedding cake coffee. Ooh, that's yummy too. I went to a place that sells used appliances and I got a loan to get my fridge. I'll be making payments starting next month. Man, I really was hoping you were going to be able to get a fridge that you didn't have to make payments on. Excuse me. Zach doesn't like coffee. Well, Zach, this cream is so yummy, Chobani peppermint mocha, that you can just drink it out of the container. You can warm it up and just drink it. I don't do that, but it tastes really good. Mm, mm, mm. Does anybody like pumpkin spice? Well, Zach, I knew something was wrong with you. Just kidding. Right? Someone who doesn't like coffee. Our friend Miss Jamie's not here today. She is a pop drinker. I agree. I agree. Who are you that you don't need to jumpstart your rude LOL? I know you're kidding. Yeah. Yeah, Zach. Who are you having energy and stuff and walking around not needing coffee? I'm so sure. Yeah. I used to just drink my coffee black. See, it's got a lot of cream. Or oh, you can't. It keeps on. It's in there though. And then I started having those tummy issues a few months ago. I think I talked to you guys about that. And so I have to put. I even have just plain creamer. I have to put something in it now to drink it. I'm happier than pigs and poo. They have the Reese peanut butter cream. Oh, that sounds delicious. Now, we haven't tried the Reese peanut butter creamer, I don't think. The next time I go to Walmart, I'm going to see if I can find it. Sorry, I'm late. No worries, Jamie. Oh, you had to go to the dentist. How are you feeling? Miss Jamie was not well this past few weeks. You drink pop for your caffeine fix. Yep, Jamie, we were just talking about people who don't drink coffee. I hope your dentist appointment was good, though. And Shelly says Reese peanut butter cream. I'm going to look for that. And it's the Reese brand, right? Reese peanut butter cream. Yeah, I'm going to try that the next time I go to Walmart. We always get peppermint mocha for him. This Chobani peppermint mocha is, I don't care for the one that he likes. He gets it year round. And yeah. My eyes are getting dry in here. Fine, I got canceled. Oh, because I was 6 minutes late. Oh, bummer. Well, that's weird. That's not that late. No, it's made by International Delight. He gets the Coffee Mate one, so I'll check that out. It sounds delish. I might have it for next week then if I get some. Oh, that's gone. That's gone. That's crazy, Jamie. I'm going to dinner after this, but we need to hook up and chat. We haven't done that in a while. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. See what we can figure out for slumber party. That sucks, Jamie. At my pain doctor, you only get 5 minutes to be late. Kind of harsh. Yes. Yes. Wow. I try not to be late, but if I'm like my regular doctor, usually if I have to go to a specialist, I got a long way to drive, so I got a plan. But 5 minutes, that is kind of harsh. The cold brew is good too. The cold brew Reese peppermint. Okay. So I went to the doctor's Monday. She wanted to order me a sleep test, but I said I had to think about it. So I thought about it, and yes, I am going to get it done. I go back on the 23rd to tell her yes. All right, Zach. All right. Good job. Because if you're not sleeping well, I mean, that's great. That's really good. Yeah. So everybody give Zach a big hand. Taking care of business, his physical well-being, and that'll help your mental health too. Oh, you had to drive 30 minutes to the dentist and then they canceled your appointment. Man, that stinks. That stinks. Yes, it's Reese peanut butter cold brew. Okay. I like cold brew in the summer. So I'm going to give the hot cream try. I'm sleepy slut, so she thinks I might have sleep apnea. That is possible. Like if you're tired when you're supposed to be awake and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I need to put my glasses on, Joe. I can't see that on my computer. I'm assuming it's smiley faces or something. Sorry. Or hands clapping for Mr. Zach. Yeah. Yeah. Great job taking care of your health, though, Zach. Great job. Yeah. And yeah, talking to the doctor. And if you're nervous and you don't want to rush into it, take your time. Good job, Zach. When I'm sleeping, I'm tired. Okay, Shelly, when you're sleeping, you're tired. I mean, when you're tired all the time. And my dad has watched me sleep a little creepy. LOL. He says I do stop breathing. Ah, okay. Like when you're sleeping on the couch, he doesn't come into your room and watch you sleep, does he? Sorry about Friday. I was so sick. No worries, Jamie. We'll talk and we'll reschedule because we got 3 more before we give out the gift. So we'll see what's going on. In the holidays, it's so hard to like hook our schedules up too. So it might be a minute. I'm tired all the time, but never sleepy. Right? Isn't that weird how you can just be, you're dragging along, but say you lay down to take a nap and you wake up. You can't take a nap, but you're dragging all day. I call that brain fog. I think that's more like a brain fog. It makes us feel tired, but if we try to go to sleep, it doesn't work. Jamie says, I know what you mean, Joe. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And especially if you're in pain and you're tired because you can't sleep, and then you try to sleep, but you're in pain, so you can't sleep, so you're more tired. It's like a vicious circle. I mean, yes, I'm known to go out to the living room and fall asleep, like when you're watching TV or something, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, I do that too. So does my husband. All right, it's a little after 3. I would not rush us because some of us just got here, but I do have a early dinner with one of my friends here in Monroe. So I am gonna let you guys go. And I know I talked a lot. I think we covered, even though it was just a little bit, we talked a lot about holidays and how annoying they can be and things like that. And you can always keep chatting in the group chat if you want. But I am going to go. Okay, Crystal and daughter, when I play your game and I get a question right, do not give me the points. Give them to Joe. Why do you not want a gift card, Shelly? Why do you not want an Amazon gift card? It's usually when I'm in the living room spending time with mom and dad, and I'll put my headphones and listen to music so I don't disrupt the TV. That's when I fall asleep. Okay. Joe says, have a good day, everybody. You guys have a great day. Shelly, think about that. Why do you not want a gift card? Jamie said, love you, Mom. Okay, I will see you guys next week. We're going to have our private live. So, welcome everybody. And we're going to play a little Christmas conversation game. Not a big deal. Because Joe wants it. Shelly says, all right, we'll give it to her if you tell us. I'm just wondering why you don't want a gift card for yourself. That's all. Those questions will be similar to the ones we played last Friday. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good week. Bye, everybody. Bye.